Hello, my name is Gavin Lucas, and I'm a professor in archaeology at the University of Iceland, and I want to take a few minutes to tell you about our master's programme in historical archaeology. So what is the programme about? Well, historical archaeology deals with both written sources and archaeological remains, and one of its primary goals is to understand the connection and relationship between these two and how they can help us understand the past better. In particular, our programme focuses on the archaeology of the North Atlantic, with a special emphasis, of course, on Iceland. We will deal with the last 1,000 years largely of history and draw on both written sources and archaeological remains to try and explore this period. The programme also is geared towards independent research, and a large part of the programme is about the conduction of a research thesis under supervision. So the master's programme is structured over 2 years, and it's taught in English and built both around an independent research project and a number of taught courses. At 120 credits, half of these are focused on the thesis itself, and this is conducted, as I mentioned earlier, as an independent study under supervision. The thesis itself will be drawn around a topic of interest to the student in collaboration with the supervisor. The remaining half of the programme focuses on taught courses, both mandatory obligatory courses, but also some optional elective courses, which will be geared around the topic of the thesis. Both the research project and the coursework run parallel over the 2 years, so you're doing both alongside each other. Who can apply for our programme? Well, students applying for the Masters in Historical Archaeology normally need to have a BA or equivalent degree in archaeology, and with a grade of a first class, which is a 7.5 in our system, and also to have written a final thesis, also with a first class grade. However, applicants who have a BA degree in another subject, particularly related subject like, for example, anthropology or history or ethnology, will be considered. Also, students who may not have written a final thesis will also be considered. For those students who have very little prior connection with archaeology, may require that you take 1 semester of undergraduate courses in archaeology in preparation before you begin the master's programme. As the course is taught in English, students are expected to have a proficiency in both reading and writing in English. However, there are courses available at the university which offer training in writing and reading academic English. In terms of the taught courses on our programme, which, as I mentioned earlier, comprise half of the programme, we have a number of both joint faculty courses but also specifically archaeological courses. In the first year, you'll be expected to take 2 joint courses in the Faculty of History, Philosophy and Archaeology. These are a general course on theory and the humanities and also a course on research ethics. For the archaeology courses, we offer a number of specific elements and components that are geared towards the archaeology and history of the last 1,000 years. So we have a course on Viking archaeology, one on medieval archaeology, and another on post-medieval and modern world archaeology. In addition, we offer a number of other optional courses on material culture studies, on landscape archaeology, and so on. There are also courses available outside of the discipline of archaeology, and students will be able to take these courses, especially if they bear some connection to their research topic. The other part of the programme involves the work on a final thesis. And as I mentioned, this is an independent research conducted by the student, working closely and in collaboration with the supervisor. The topic will be decided both by either the student or the supervisor, and they'll work closely together on this. The thesis itself runs over the 2 years, and the large part of it will be based on preparatory work, which will involve things like the writing of a research design, doing literature review, and doing any kind of preliminary analysis or collection of data that might be necessary. The final thesis itself, which makes up 30 credits, will be written usually in the last semester of the 2 years. Masters in Historical Archaeology is ideally preparation ground for further research or for further work in archaeology and a career in archaeology, either in the profession, within heritage industry, and so on, or as furtherance to research and studies, particularly doctoral research. The Masters, of course, also provides valuable transferable skills to other fields, particularly those that relate to archaeology and heritage, like tourism and so on. Besides the Masters in Historical Archaeology, the department also offers a Masters and Diploma in Practical Archaeology or Applied Archaeology. This is a 90-credit diploma which runs over 3 semesters. The objective of this program is really to prepare the students more for a profession in archaeology rather than an academic career. And the focus is really on practical training, particularly for students who may want to go into the world of development-led archaeology or heritage management, which is, of course, one of the biggest employers of archaeologists. This program is very largely driven by the student and by independent programs. There's very little coursework. It comprises mostly of projects based around student assignments, which will enable them to learn and become independent in conducting and executing archaeological fieldwork, post-excavation work, and the management of projects in general. For further information about the program or anything else, please refer to these websites or the chats or contact the faculty office on the phone number provided here. Thank you for listening.